We are live.
Welcome. We are just welcoming you guys in. We're a little early.
That's right. We got 3 minutes before the show starts, but feel free to log on, say hello. Let us know that you exist out there in cyber world. And the show starts in 3 minutes.
Exactly. Also, make sure that you comment below. We are giving away a wine aerator today.
That's right. For those of you that are,
Our green screen.
it's because the lighting's not as bright on the green screen.
We got a new green screen today, so we're just getting it settled. But that's
and
okay.
all the lighting isn't set up exactly for it as yet. So that's on Zoom. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, next week it'll be much better.
Yes, that's right.
Yep. On Zoom it looks great, but
what happens when you have something really bright here? Because the light's so bright there, it affects the automatic lighting in the background. That's why.
Wonder if we can adjust this
because
up
that's super bright.
a little bit. Maybe we just adjust that light up there. Welcome. I see you guys joining us. Hello.
That's right, John. And in 2 minutes before we rock and roll.
We are so excited you're here. We're going to get ready soon here. We're going to play our opening song and we're going to get started. We are going to give you 2 common mistakes that are often made by people that sell products or services. So if you're interested in finding out the 2 common mistakes when it comes to your sales process or your sales funnel, let's have a chat.
That was the request for us to cover those couple of areas because it's not what you, what is it? It's not what you're doing, it's what you're not doing. It's what you're unaware that you're doing. That's probably the best way to phrase it. Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Welcome. I'm glad you made it. Yay.
Where are you these days, Mike? What part of the world are you reaching out to us from?
I think he's still in Panama.
Panama, Texas.
Last time I spoke to him, he was in Panama. Hope your part of the world is doing okay. We've been concerned and reaching out this week to everybody. We've been quarantined now for nearly 2 months. It'll be nearly 2 months.
But we do a lot of work from home, so it's all pretty much the same. Except we're not getting on a plane every weekend.
Exactly.
Which is pretty cool. And what we're going to cover is the 2 common and yay! Wish you were in Panama.
Okay.
We all wish we were in Panama right now. You're in Dallas.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I wish I was down in Panama, some beaches and whatnot. I missed the Gold Coast in Australia, walking on the beach there.
Mike also got his name put into the draw to win a Vintorio. If you're a wine drinker, this is one of the best wine aerators that I've ever seen. It streamlines the pour. It enables a non-drip pouring.
It's 6 o'clock. It's time to rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll.
Time to get started.
All these guys down and let's get our theme music going.
Bum, 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 bum. Boo!
Yeah.
Bump, bump.
Here we go.
Bump, bump. Dun, dun.
1, 2, 3, pop, on it there, no fuss, just slow. Amy, Jamie's honeys run the show. No pressure, just profits. Yo, ninja touch, we get rid of it. Gain confidence for your benefits. Creativity is key, let's put to it. Plus, we got free prizes
every week.
Honey there, we got the help if you need it. Honey there,
check in with us.
Honey there,
check in with us.
Honey there, check in with us.
Honey
there, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So welcome everyone to the official start. And Mike Irwin's already in the race. And Tracy Honey is also.
And Layla. Throwing in for Layla too, even though she doesn't get a wine drink.
She does not get wine.
She does get wine, but it puts 2 entries in there for you, Tracy, to win a wine aerator. Yes, yay. There we go. So we call it the honey. Well, I got scolded for calling it the honey bucket last week. Apparently, that's what you call a outhouse. Is a honey bucket.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they call them in the U.S.
Oh, really?
Someone goes, never call it that again.
Yeah, the honey. Yeah, those porta potties. There is a brand called the honey bucket.
Absolutely. Yeah, so somebody goes, never call that again.
Another one for Trace. So, everybody's just tuning in. We give away free prizes every week. The way to get your entry into that, to have an entry ticket, is to make a comment here on the Honey Dare Facebook page. So it's facebook.com/honeydare. Coming in, make some comments here. We're streaming to 5 different platforms. So drop on into the Facebook one, make some comments, go in the entry to win. And each week you'll get a prize, get it shipped out to you. Physical prize in the mail. Woo! it's like a party. And so 5 entries. If you share it, you get another 5 entries. So 5 comments, 5 entries, share, you get another 5 entries, chance to win some prizes. So we got Mike and Tracy already in the run for fantastic Aerator. So for those people that actually are wine connoisseurs and actually go to the trouble to opening up a wine bottle and letting it sit in a decanter for the 6 to 8 hours so the full flavor happens, for those that have that amount of time when they want to have a drink, you don't need this. But for everybody else on the planet, and it's like, oh, I can really do with a glass of wine right now. I just watched the news. This, pop it out, pop it in, aerates it, and gives it that full effect.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a pretty cool little gadget. And if you're a wine drinker or a wine connoisseur, the aeration of your wine is extremely important. So it's a really fun little gadget. I think it's about, I'll grab the
What are you
link.
grabbing?
I'm going to grab the link and throw it in the chat for you guys so you can see it. It is available on
Honey
Amazon.
Dare, boom, is with us. Honey Dare.
You singing?
I am. I like that song.
I like that song too.
It's got a little beat to it.
It does have a little beat to it.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about today, by request, is not how to do something, but how to stop doing something that is sabotaging your success. Because it's kind of like you can either make more money or not waste so much money that you make. The end result is your profit line. Same with sales. You can either increase the amount of sales you make or decrease the number of sales you destroy and don't get. And they both work in the same direction.
Or also you can end up with some really great sales, but end up with cancellations.
Ah, yes.
So we want to go over a couple mistakes that most salespeople make that you possibly might be making. Now, let's talk about...
Wait.
Okay, what?
Because a lot of people go, well, I'm not in sales. Yes, you are. Every single person is in sales. There's 3 things that you sell, and everybody sells the first thing. It's themselves. So if you're looking to get a relationship, hey, this is you selling yourself. So anybody out there that wants a relationship, this relates to you. Now, the second thing that you sell yourself, then you sell your thoughts, your ideas, and your concepts. Again, relationship, business, anything. Third is products and services. So what we're going to talk about today is specifically in regards to network marketing and products and services, yet it still relates to these other 2, which covers everybody on the face of the planet. And
those other 2 come first.
Absolutely.
You cannot sell your products and service until you sell yourself first. So that came out wrong.
There's a different website you can set up for selling yourself.
That is not what we were talking about here. So
welcome to Vegas.
Yeah. What happens in Vegas stays all over the internet. So yeah. So you've got to sell yourself first, which means that you've got to build trust with your audience and trust with your clients. And that can be done in a couple different ways. That can be done belly to belly, face to face. These days, we're doing it over the internet.
Belly to belly. We're back to Vegas.
We're back to Vegas. I like belly to belly. I prefer face to face. I like to connect with people. Shut up, Jamie. Yeah, so I like to connect with people. And
you lovely connection with me just then.
Whatever. Anyway, so, and you know what? We actually walked into a friend's house the other day. Well, before we were quarantined. And they said, hey, Amy, how's it going? Jamie, how's it going? I said, oh, I'm doing good. And Jamie started talking, and she literally did this to him. Just because he's never serious. Hey.
I am always focused on what is the most relevant potential in the moment. And a lot of us spend a lot of time on being correct.
But
true. Where's that correctness come from? It's a learned behavior from a past experience. So is it really correct? There's polite, always polite, but is it correct?
So if you're just joining us, make sure you comment below, because every time you comment, you get to win. You get an entry into the prize to win the Vintorio
Aerator,
wine aerator. Right.
Boop, boop, boop. Here it is. Oh, that's the cover. It comes in a nice little box. Vintorio.
It is really cute.
And here it is.
It's brand new.
Boom,
Never
boom,
been
boom,
used. We
boom.
did open it so we could make sure that it was there.
That's
Perfect,
right.
perfect. Very, very good. Excelente. Yes. So
Ba-dum.
first, you got to sell yourself. Then you sell your ideas and concepts. Then you sell your products and services. But until you, hi, Rachel. Oh my gosh. It is
Hey,
so good.
Rachel McCartney.
Oh, we're going to enter you into the draw to win, Rachel. I know. She's a Zumba instructor. We got to do a little shaking for her. She's amazing. She's probably one of the best Zumba instructors I've ever met. And I've met many, many, many of them. She's very, very good at what she does. And
That's Zumba.
That's Jamie's Zumba. Jamie's whole entire gig was to try to mess her up. Okay, which wasn't hard to do because you look at him and you're just like, he is off doing his own thing.
It's not my fault the Zumba instructors are not able to keep in beat with my format.
So you just got entered to win the Vintorio. It is a wine aerator. Yeah, she goes, I remember so well you messing her up. Welcome, Rachel. You've just gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 entries into that draw to win the aerator. So at the end of this, we pick a winner. So if you're not here, that's okay. You'll still win. I'll reach out to you and get your address, and we will ship it tomorrow.
That's right.
So whoever wins. Awesome.
So while we're explaining this, if you have any questions or any hassles in regards to sales, and you heard my previous explanation that sales covers everything,
let us know. We are happy to
put a message in the chat and say, hey, how do you deal with this? Or what do you do there?
She said, I love those things. I always need more. Sweet. Excellent. Yeah, they're really good. Okay, so one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're selling is that they're selling. That's the biggest mistake that they make.
Stop selling and you'll make more sales.
Stop selling and you'll make more sales, and start connecting. Go ahead.
I just wanted the Zumba again.
Putting on the Ritz.
Because it's all to do with the flow of energy, hence Sales Tai Chi, our program where we're teaching sales teams no force, just flow, no pressure, just profit. And it's in regards to when you're focused on selling, you're focused on getting them to buy for you. So your attention is on you. Your attention's not on them. So when you're not selling and you're focused on them, then you're caring.
So when you go in with the intention to serve and the intention to truly help the other person out, that's when the sales start to happen, because now it's not about you. You know, it's about them. And when you make it about them and what they need and want, like for instance, we are in a network marketing company that is a nutritional company, and they solve several problems. Now, if I see somebody that needs to lose weight, in my mind, I think they need to lose weight. And I approach them and I say, hey, I got a great product for you to lose weight. They might not think that they need to lose weight, and they might be really offended by that. I haven't even connected with them to find out what they want. Maybe they don't want to lose weight. Maybe they just are really tired and they just want to have more energy, you know, or maybe there's something else. But
maybe they just want to dance.
Maybe they just want to dance, like right. So what's so important here is to connect with them and find out what they really truly want. And we do this by just asking questions, and we call it the 5 deep whys. The 5 whys. Deep.
I want to interrupt.
Oh,
can I interrupt?
Did you know I wanted
to? Were you attuned to the subtle elements of myself?
You interrupted. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. When you ask someone what do they really want, 99% of the time, the first answer they give you is not true. And it's not that they're out to lie, but they're also in a situation where they're looking to connect with you by giving you the answer they think that you want, or the answer that they think will make them look better in your eyes. So the first response, the second response, typically are fluff. They're not real.
Exactly.
They may be connected to real, but they're not the real element. So that's why you got to ask more. You're an investigator. You're a detective. I always like to put on a Sherlock Holmes hat and start smoking a pipe. I feel that really gets me into the investigator process. So tell me, Watson. What appears to be
Do you
your want?
Do you think that voice really connects with people?
Yes.
I
This
don't
is
think it
my
does.
connecting voice.
Don't think it does. So then it's like when I ask somebody and they say, I love to use weight loss. Hi, Layla.
Layla.
Hey, ready for Layla? 1, 2, 3.
Surprise! That's my niece. She loves surprises. So we
Yeah.
give her surprises.
So that's her surprise.
Meredith!
She goes,
Woo-hoo!
a pipe? Really? No, it's not a pipe, honey. It is a
About me being Sherlock Holmes.
a pipe. Okay.
I don't smoke anything. I don't smoke a pipe, and I don't put a Sherlock Holmes hat. But you want to get in the mindset of Sherlock Holmes, which is super hyper observant on everything they say and also what they're not saying.
Yeah, because their language and what they're telling you can really tell you a lot.
A
So
lot.
yeah, so I'll go into that in a minute. I'll go into body language in a minute. We
Really?
can go into that a little bit today.
Okay.
But let's get back to the connecting. So I like to use weight loss as an example because I owned a gym for a long time, so I really understand that target market's needs, wants, and desires. It's like who is your target market and what keeps them up at night? And so if my client said, because I worked with people that had extreme weight loss, so they had 100 pounds or more to lose. So when I asked them, well, why do you want to lose? What do you want to do? And they'd be like, I want to lose, like 10 or 15 pounds. And I'd say, well, why? And they'd say, well, a lot of times, I just feel like if I could just get 15 pounds off, then I could make a start, and I'd feel like I was making some progress, and then I would be inspired to do more. And I'd say, oh, okay, well, because I want to get deeper with them. So I'd say, well, what would your life look like, with that 15 pounds gone? What do you think you could achieve? And they'd be like, if I could just get this 15 pounds off, then I could probably get more off. And then I could tie my own shoes for the first time. Yeah. I could breathe without having to feel like I can't hold my stomach in. I can run with the kids. I can get the groceries in from the car without being out of breath. I
can climb a ladder to change a light bulb without fear of falling and hurting myself.
Yes. Oh, that's
tiny little things.
It's tiny little things.
And
it's
you got to dive into what's really
important for that person. Then once you do that, then you find out if you have a product that could help them. Now, if you do have a product that can help them and they're the right fit, that's when you start selling. What?
It's just weight loss and they're the right fit.
Boom, boom. Anyway, so then that's when your product becomes something that would be like something that they might be interested in when you connected with them and found out what they want. Then you basically place your product in the line of succession there, where it's basically this would be the logical next step for your client. Your product or service would be the logical next step for them. So that's how you have to have your conversations.
Sales with integrity is about creating a solution that serves that other person, group, or situation to having a better opportunity or a better experience based on what they want.
Exactly. So that's the first thing. That's the first biggest mistake, is that people try to sell.
They go in for the sale before they go in for the connect. We say there's 3 C's. 3 C's to a sale. You got to connect. Then you got to go to coach. Then you go to closer. Well, we actually use the word enroller. Sales terminology says close, but you're not actually closing. You're opening up. You're enrolling them in a new opportunity, a new product, a new service, a new situation.
A new life. Meredith says, this seems to be the huge barrier for people who need to lose more than 100 pounds. I'd lost 100 pounds on my own, and then I needed to have gastric bypass surgery and then lost another 80 to 100 pounds. So there's huge mental barriers to massive goals, and you're so correct about the sales with integrity.
Boom.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, Meredith.
Thank you,
and
Meredith.
Congratulations on the weight loss.
Absolutely.
I'm sure
I'm
your
always
life
happy to
is
hear that.
so much more freedom.
Yes, and I always love to hear that. I love any
Nice
success. I love to hear success stories. So we love hearing that. That's fantastic.
Really? Because I successfully skipped 7 of the things you had on the list for me to do today. Woo! Let's celebrate success! Let's celebrate it! Come on!
Oh my God.
Celebrate.
This is my day today.
Celebrate.
So what is the second mistake, Jamie?
Paying attention. When people don't pay attention, they forget what the second one is. So what do we talk about?
So the two biggest mistakes that people make in selling, and the first one is that they sell.
They try to sell. And the second one is it's all about their product. Oh, let me tell you about, here's my green drink with all my chlorophyll and my nutritional. This is really good for you. You're selling the product, but what the person is really interested in is the end result. It's like, hey, if they said, this lovely little drink is going to have you sleeping better than night, better digestion, improved immune system, focus and concentration, and you'll look 20 years younger, I'll be like, give me that drink. I don't care how much it is because I want that result.
Exactly. So that's the whole thing. People are too pushy and
selling their product, forcing the product.
And hi guys,
Joseph Jackson.
And we've seen it very commonly in network marketing. And I actually love network marketing. I love it as a business, and I love the model of it. I also love the products. Many times the products are really good because word of mouth, in order for it to be a good product, in order for the company to stay around, it's relying on word of mouth. So if the product's no good and the people don't believe in it, then they're not going to be able to sell it. So
that's right. A lot of network marketing companies are really good, especially those that have been through the initial 2 to 3 year phase of actually getting themselves established. After the 5-year plan, a lot of those companies, their products are really good because they survived on like 80 to 90% of the people in the company are product users as opposed to business builders, the two kind of mindsets that are in network marketing company. Most people come in because they love the product and then look at expanding that product out and find, hey, an additional stream of income is a lot of fun. Let me look at this some more. But for a network marketing company to survive, their products have to work. They have to be good. So there's a lot of good stuff there. But people get bad coaching from their upline that are beginners and not salespeople. And I'm sure Amy's an expert in this area about the 4 different personality types. And what happens is we sell to somebody the way we would want to be sold.
Well, the way we would want to buy.
The way we would buy.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily, that only works for 25% of the environment. So if you're not speaking the same buyer's language as that person, then you're pushing them away because you haven't spent the time connecting and asking those questions that Amy was talking about earlier about really getting connected with what that person is. And as the Sherlock Holmes detective, you're looking to see what kind of personality type they are, what's significant for them, what words they use to describe what's significant for them.
Exactly.
You find out what their language base is.
Exactly. And you find out what they like. Oh, do you like our background? Josevi likes our background.
Honey dare. Here we go. Let me see if I can do it. Design, align, remind every day. So it stands for DARE. Design, align, remind every day. And that's how you create a new process of success.
Exactly. You guys, it is 94 degrees here. I'm just we turned the air conditioner off for a minute.
Because it was like you would hear Amy
loud.
talking and you'd hear this. Go. Tell it, sing a poem.
Sing a poem. Yeah.
That's what you get.
That's what we'd hear. So
we turn the aircon off.
But now
and the lights are off.
But now I'm sweating.
It's getting warmer.
You might see an actual dripping from my forehead. That's right. I'm just like, that's not sweat. That's my body fat crying. It's over 100 degrees there where Josevi's at. That was awesome.
Phoenix, Arizona. Is that where you're coming to us live today, Josevi? Out there in Phoenix?
It is warm over there.
And Rachel, are you up in Gig Harbor?
Or Yelm or, it's awesome.
Up there where it's starting to get nice weather.
It's starting to get nice. It was a little rainy yesterday.
You'll have 3 months where you'll see a blue sky and then it'll disappear up there in Washington. Exactly.
So Josevi, you've been entered to win a Vintorio wine pourer It is a decanter that goes right onto your wine bottle and just pours directly.
And aerated as you pour your glass.
Exactly.
Creating the 6 to 8 hour decanter experience and full flavor for your wine.
Meredith said, we just turned on our AC. We're dying in the Vegas Valley. Yeah, we're over here in Henderson. And it's pretty warm. I'm just like, I can see the sweat going over my glasses.
And you can really notice the difference because we're on we have a 3-story apartment plus a roof. And you're up on the top floor and you're like, wow, it's hot. You go down into where the car is and you're like,
oh, it's kind of cool down. It's kind of cool down here. That's funny.
Mostly cloudy and 57 degrees up there. Woo!
That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. Well, here is the link to that aerator.
So go check it out and you can see if I'm telling the truth about what I'm saying.
It's pretty cool. Somebody's going to win that tonight. So we're excited for that. So so back to the network marketing and the upline. We've had some really bad experiences with some of our uplines, and they were coming from probably a really good place. The problem was that they were super pushy. And when they were pushy, and then they would throw around the world, well, you're not coachable. And it's like, I'm not going to sell the way you sell because I don't speak your language. So we're talking about the 4 languages of the different people and the buying language and the selling language that we have. To the 4 different personality types. And there's all kinds of different ones. There's the color code, there's DISC, there's STAR, there's bank. There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them.
They all originate from Socrates, who saw 4 different personality types, and he would administer healing tinctures based on your personality type. He had 4 basic processes that he would deliver.
I think he also did raw foods, didn't he? I think he was a raw food. I think
2,000 years ago, everyone did raw foods. Yeah. That's all there was. There's a rabbit.
I remember some.
Hey, that's not funny.
That is not funny. Okay, I remember.
Let's hop to it.
I remember a book I had years ago that was like a Socrates recipe book, and it was a raw foods recipe book, and it was a really good raw foods recipe book. So pretty good stuff. So anyway, there's a lot of. There's the 4 different buying languages, and our one of our specific uplines, he didn't speak a buying language that we meshed
resonated with.
We didn't resonate with it. And then we were looking at him and the way he was doing it, and we're like, well, I'm never going to be able to do that because I can't do it the way he's doing it because, well, quite frankly, it was really pushy because he was selling the product. He wasn't selling the result. He was selling the product, and he didn't really connect with people. He didn't have that first piece of it.
His process was keep harassing them till they say absolutely no, never call me again, or they sign up. And I'm like, well, I don't like either of those options.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you're not coachable. I'm like, but I am because I'm a coach. I actually am. Other people pay me a lot of money to coach them. So.
And in order for me to be a coach, I have to be coached. And sometimes it's not easy.
I had to be coached on how to be a coach. I've learned a lot in my life.
So when it comes to sales, and the thing is why I am actually really passionate about sales. Jamie is more passionate about energy and relationships and fun. I am passionate about sales. And the reason I'm passionate about sales is because I also am passionate about helping people. And I know that if I can help you make more sales and I can help you make them more ethically, you're going to help more people.
And the big thing was that a lot of people don't like the word sales because they don't want to make someone feel uncomfortable by buying your product. And that's because you started at the wrong place. Because when somebody has a problem and you have a solution that helps them, you have a situation or a circumstance that can improve the quality of their life in the direction that they want to go, then you're helping them. If someone has a flat tire on the side of the road and you stop and you get out and you change their tire for them, you just sold them on the fact that you'd be able to help them. You connected and sold them that you would be able to satisfy a need that they had. That was a sale. It wasn't an exchange of money, but money is nothing more than an expression of energy. Time and energy condensed into either a piece of paper, a credit card, a number on a digital format. So it's just a representation of energy, and everything is flow of energy. That's why we do sales Tai Chi. It's about the flow into a greater outcome for everyone. not about making a sale at the expense of someone's wallet. And that's what we talk about with sales with integrity, sales with caring and serving those other people. You don't get cancellations, and you don't get people feeling bad about you. There's no bad energy. It's all good energy. People are excited. Like Rachel's talking about in real estate, there are people that are excited to have a house. You're not selling them a piece of property. You're selling them an experience and a safe place to raise a family, to live close to work so they're not driving 15 hours a week just to get to work. You know, that you're providing a solution for them, and the product is just it's one of the planks in that bridge that takes them from their suffering to their solution.
Exactly.
And when you have to focus on, why are you suffering? Let me understand you because I want to help you. Okay, great. I have a solution. And this is why we say there's got to be 2 yeses before there can ever be any form of sales conversation. And the first yes is this product right for you? And the only way I can know that is if I've taken the time to get to know you, get to know what's right for you, what you want in life, not what you say you want, but what you really want. So if this is right for you, then I can go to the second yes, and that is, are you right for it?
Or for the company?
Or, yeah, are you right for it?
Because there are good clients and there are bad clients.
Mm-hmm. So in some places, it's like, yeah, this program will give you $10,000 a week extra in your wallet, but you have to follow these steps. And you just said that you're never going to follow steps, you're going to do it your own way. Then you're not right for this company. So you're going to fail at doing the process because you're not going to do the process. So you're better off doing something else. And everybody that we work with, we're like, hey, if it's yes and yes, we move forward. But if it's a yes and a no, or a no, oh, little snails, sidetracked. So it's either a yes and a yes, or if not, if it's a yes and a no, or a no and a yes, then we're like, okay, here's some other areas that you should go and look into. Go do some Google search in this area, go contact this company, because that's more in the direction of where you want to go. Exactly.
And, we work with some companies, and some of these bigger guys, they use a lot of NLP, which is called neuro-linguistic programming, in order to sell you. And they use some very manipulative tactics. And we don't believe in that. We don't believe in using those. Go ahead.
Now, let's just be clear. NLP is not a bad thing. NLP is a great thing.
It is. It's very transformational.
It's very much like a knife. I've got a knife.
I can use it for good, or I can use it for evil.
Yeah.
I can cut my steak, or I can hurt somebody with it.
That's right. I can cut the cheese. or I can do something helpful with it. So So that's where NLP itself is a very helpful tool. I use it when I do hypnosis because I listen to the language of the person that I'm hypnotizing, so as that I can speak the language that best serves them to have the end result that they're looking for.
Exactly.
Which is a change in their experience.
But there's some of these really high pressure companies that really high pressure you, and they're using some NLP tactics, and those people get a lot of cancellations, and they have a lot of unhappy clients.
And way back, that's how I was first taught to sell. I was told to do this, use this statement, do this question, make them feel unhappy with themselves. I'm like, and I didn't like it. And so I left. But then, I found out, well, what's the opposite? Because that's what we teach. And when you ask someone, what do you want? They go, well, I don't want this. I'm like, no, what's the opposite of that? What do you want? So on the same thing is that instead of making them feel bad about what they don't want, you can say, hey, let me paint the picture of what's possible for you. And because I've spent the time to get to connect with the person, they're open to hearing what it is in the direction of what's possible. So make more sales now and no cancellations and more people happy. And
there's in network marketing, they have a saying where they say, some will, some won't, so what, next. I kind of don't like that. I don't like that idea, because it's kind of like treating people like a number. Some will, some won't. Some will, somewhat. Some won't.
Some will, some won't. So those that won't, how can I help them? Those that will, how can I help them? You're still looking to help. You're still looking to serve.
If you're there strictly to serve, that statement isn't even going to come into your mind of some will, some won't, so what? I don't like that. Where I do like it is that don't take it personal if someone is not interested in your product. That's okay. And don't make assumptions. What? Go ahead.
Don't make assumptions.
Don't make assumptions that it's about you. It's not about you. You're there to help them. Maybe it's not right for them. Maybe it's not the right time.
Don't take it personally.
Don't take it personally. You know what? When you're ethical with people, they will never forget that, and they will come back to you when they are ready. So if you just push people away, going some will, some won't.
The 4 agreements, yeah!
Yes.
Rachel Martinez wins a prize.
Yes.
A virtual hug. Here we go.
Virtual hug. I love that. The 4 agreements are great. Yes, because sometimes, if we just push people away and treat them like a number and go, so what? It's almost like, and we felt this way with some of our uplines where if we weren't producing for them, we didn't matter. They were like, oh yeah, I don't have time for you right now because you're not really, you're not coachable. I need to work with the people that are coachable or whatever. And it was like, well, I'm just not going to do it the way you did it. And then it ended up pushing us away in such a way where we will never come back to that person. That person, had he created a relationship with us, we would have bought anything he would have sold us. I have friends of mine that will literally, they literally will buy anything I tell them to buy. That where I have to be ethical about it because they literally will buy whatever I'm selling them because I love creating relationships with people.
And here's the great thing: if you are in a network marketing company, which we wanted to let you know, if you have a upline that isn't really supportive, go above them, find someone else, join arms with someone else, but realize that you are your own business entity. You are your own boss, and you can fire them.
Yeah, you can actually fire your upline. Did you know that? You can also fire clients. You don't need to work with everybody. Doesn't matter. Nope. It doesn't matter. We fire clients all the time. What?
We don't fire them all at once.
No, we don't fire them all at once. But we have fired a couple clients. So because it's just like we can't help you. If we can't help you and you want to do it the way you've been doing it that wasn't working, then I can't. And you're not willing to take some some different actions, and you want to keep that pushy thing for sales, I just can't help you, right?
Because now think about it, because a lot of elements in the area of sales, like I mentioned before, people have a concern about, I'm selling them. What if they don't have enough money? What if they feel uncomfortable? What if they feel pushed? They are all assumptions and fears in your mind, in your subconscious. You can't sell something with what's in your wallet. You need to let them buy with what's in their wallet. Don't make an assumption that this is going to be a negative thing, because people buy all the time. Starbucks has drinks that are a lot more expensive than the coffee in the service station. Why? Because they're buying an experience. They're buying something they can rely on. There is an element of people go in there, and the person selling you the coffee doesn't go, oh, look, I'm terribly sorry. I hate to put you in this place. But yeah, a venti's going to be this amount of money. Is that all? Nobody's apologizing there. At the grocery store, no one's apologizing to you when you go to ring up the food, because you're getting stuff you actually need, stuff you actually want.
And the other thing is people are not angry. You don't walk into the grocery store pissed off that you're about to buy stuff. People love to buy. They just hate being sold.
And that's the thing. So,
because Starbucks is way better. And you know what? We're in the middle of a pandemic, and our Starbucks around the corner has lines up in the morning. It has not affected them. I mean, it's affected everybody's sales a little bit, but people are still buying. That's the thing. People are like really afraid right now. They're afraid to move. They're afraid to do stuff. They don't. Yes, some are. Yes. Are we in uncertain times? Yes, we are in uncertain times. Are we going to make it through this? Yes, we are. And are businesses going to thrive? Yes, there are going to be businesses that will thrive.
In all things, there is that saying that's always true. And this too will change.
Or and this too shall pass. Is that the same?
And this too will change.
Will change? I thought it was shall pass. And this too shall pass.
Wind. And this too shall pass.
Oh, wind. Man. Okay, should we play some trivia?
Let's do Pando.
Let's do some Pando and let's give this Vintorio away.
That's right.
So this is how we do it. We drop you some knowledge bombs, then we play some games, then we give away stuff. That's the format of this whole thing. Okay?
And this too shall pass. Tracy says it's and this too shall pass.
It is and this too shall pass. I think there's a book like that or something.
Thou shalt not pass.
Okay.
Harry Potter. No.
This one will be for Amy.
So how this game's work, this is a great little game called Pando from a company out of Boise, Idaho. And fun little game, fun little exercise. You draw a card from one end, and it's got 2 questions on it. And everybody else in the group gives you what they think your answer will be, and then you give your answer. So it's a great little icebreaker networking. Marianne, nice to have you here.
She won the T-shirt last week. Have you received it yet? I shipped it out. I hope you got it.
And Marianne, you go into the draw for the Vintorio wine aerator.
So for Amy, which of my siblings is most like me? And does my lawn usually have weeds? Now, I will tell you that I just found my siblings. I was raised an only child. I just found my siblings 4 years ago. I have 4 brothers that never knew I existed. And I am pretty close to a couple.
It'll be 4 years this Thanksgiving. So
oh, right.
Selling 3.5.
Yeah. 3.5.
Which of Amy's siblings is most like her?
You know the answer to this already.
And does her lawn usually have weeds?
So you can answer, comment, siblings, your brother, weeds, no. Well, I've got 4 of them.
You got 4 brothers. Which one? There's
Tracy goes Ross, and lawn has weeds. That's funny.
So there's the Amy is the 4th on the line. So
I'm the 3rd. Yeah,
no, there's 4th.
4th, and then the 5th.
Then
right.
there's a 5th.
Right. So I have 3 older brothers: Randy,
Ray, Ross,
and then there's me, and then Troy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it has weeds because Jamie will not bend at the waist.
Yes, I do.
I'm sure he's very bendy. He's a very bendy man.
I do yoga.
He does do yoga.
And
the one that had the cute dog, Joseph, is the one that had the cute dog. That's Ross.
That's Ross. Ray has some cute dogs, but we didn't post pictures of those.
Yeah.
Ray's got some super cute dogs.
They do. They've got. If I get a dog, I'm getting a golden doodle because they are the cutest.
What are you getting?
A golden doodle.
What are you getting?
A golden doodle. The funniest was one day we're sitting there and Ross just shakes his head and he goes, he's probably going to kill me for telling this story. He goes, my doodle is out of control. And Jamie and I both just bust up laughing.
That's right. His doodle had ripped up the couch.
His doodle had ripped up the couch. He's got a crazy doodle. Ross. Yes, Ross. Yes.
Okay, so my answers are for Amy. I would say Ross is the one that she's most like, especially with the fitness and health elements. And does her garden have weeds? She wouldn't know because I'm the one that does the gardening and I pull out all the weeds. So as far as she's concerned, weeds don't grow there.
Do we have a garden?
We do. Oh my. Yes.
Where? What? Our container garden or outside?
Out in the backyard.
Oh, we do. We have a garden.
I trimmed the plants. Remember, I said, look out the window.
Oh, that's right.
I prune. Yeah, exactly. Example given. There you go.
One of us is a little more business than the other. Oh, the in-laws just got a golden doodle puppy. They are the cute.
Golden doodles are so the miniature golden doodles.
They are so
They're like
cute.
Ewoks.
They are like Ewoks. They do like little.
I'm pretty sure they're Ewoks. They're Ewok pet. They're the pets that Ewoks have.
In fact, I saw TikTok earlier today, and I'm totally addicted to TikTok right now because it's fun. And it was a little golden doodle, and they dressed him up like an Ewok, and it was the cutest thing ever. And the whole thing was like, my dog's ready for me to get out of quarantine. He's like, I just ordered this, and I just finally got here. And he's like,
All right. Does someone else want to have a go?
And if any of you guys happen to check over on my Facebook page, I did post some quarantine fashion today. Oh, I saw your catwalk TikTok. So cute. Yes. I did run a little catwalk today with my TikTok quarantine fashion.
All right. I'm going to draw a card for me.
Okay.
And we will see if someone out there wants us to draw a card for them.
Yeah. If one of you guys want us to draw a card for you, please comment below and the next card will be for you.
What is my favorite candy bar?
Oh.
And where would I get laser hair removal? Where would I get laser hair removal?
That's kind of a loaded question.
What is my favorite candy bar? Oh, I've got answers for both those. Instantly, I've got an answer. I've thought about it.
She said that's a very cute video. The catwalk video. It was fun. I had
Very
fun.
good.
I had fun doing that. Me! Joe Sevi goes, me. Okay, we'll pull one for Joe Sevi after you.
After this, we're going to get one for Josephie Jackson.
Excellent. Snickers and...
Question mark. Come on, Rachel. Have a guess.
Like Beverly Hills or like body location. That's what I'm going with.
What is my favorite candy bar? And where would I get laser hair removal? Cherry Ripe. Use
and duct tape for hair removal. Oh.
I have had duct tape.
Bring it on, Tracy.
Ripped the hair out.
Me as well. Meredith would like one too. Legs. That was very polite, Rachel.
How far up those legs?
Oh my goodness.
All right. So, does anyone else want to have a guess what my favorite candy bar is? Dun, 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 dun. Amy?
I'm going to say Cherry Ripe.
My favorite candy bar is Cadbury Cherry Ripe. It is a combination of cherries and coconut combined and covered and smothered in dark chocolate. You get them from Australia, and they are the best. Candy bar Almond Joy, close, Josephie. It doesn't compete with, though I do like coconut. Coconut and chocolate, great combination. But
I'm going to say
the Almond Joy does not compare to the
Cherry Ripe.
Cherry Ripe is it's taste sensation.
Rachel, you've never heard of a Cherry Ripe because it is an Australian candy bar. But Jamie's dad sends them to us every year for Christmas.
Cherry Ripe and Vegemite.
And they are delicious. I prefer the Cherry Ripe over the Vegemite. So
I'm out of Vegemite, so if anybody out there has Vegemite, I'm locked down in Las Vegas. I need some.
Or if any Vegemite companies want to sponsor this man, he would be like,
oh yeah, Vegemite. If there's a Vegemite and honey mix, that would be perfect. Okay, and where would I get laser hair removal? From a laser hair removal store.
I don't think he would do any laser hair removal. I don't think you want anything removed.
No, I haven't thought of it. Maybe like when I get 80 and I get ear hair that's like 6 inches long. Like, maybe,
when you hit 50, you got to get one of those mirrors because you're like, where did this hair come from and how did it get so long? How long has that been there? Why didn't Josevi tell me about that hair?
All right.
Okay, this one's for Josevi. Okay, it's right here.
All right, here we go. Here's the one for
Josevi
Jackson. It is, can Josevi roll her tongue? And have I ever
toilet papered a house?
Toilet papered a house. Has Josevi ever toilet papered a house?
I'm going to say Josevi can roll her tongue. Because Josevi, what people don't know about her, she's very proper. She's a very proper lady. And I think in another lifetime, she was Cookie Lion from Empire. So I think she's got a little bit of hood in her, just a little. And yes, I'm going to say yes and yes.
I'm going to say yes to roll her tongue and no to TPing a house. Silence. As we think.
And I think, did Meredith say she wanted to go? I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep. So we're going to, next one's for Meredith.
Type it up. It's the big one.
Typed it up. Oh, okay. Oops. Yes and yes. So can Josevi roll her tongue, and has she ever TP'd a house? Okay. Josevi, go ahead and give us the answer. What is the answer?
Let us know.
Let us know. And the next one's going to be for Meredith. I am getting a phone call from my brother's location.
Ooh, Battle Mountain, Nevada. Oh, I know where that is. Ironically, we were just talking about the young fellow, and I think he just called us. Brother, you're most alike. You don't even know what rolling your tongue is? I'll show you. It's like this. Where you make like a circle with your tongue. Can you do that? And as opposed to rolling your arms, that's a different thing.
She never wasted TP on a house.
I knew it!
Oh, Josevi.
Josevi's also a fantastic singer, so I'm pretty sure she has the ability to roll her tongue. So rolling your tongue is where you can curve your tongue around.
It's like you can curl it. I can't curl it. Oh, yeah, you can. Like that.
Time for some Photoshop moments.
Cool, Rachel. You have a great one. Good to see you. Hopefully you win tonight. We'll let you know. We'll reach out if you do, or you might have to come back and watch the replay to find out, see who the winner was. Okay, so this next one is for Meredith. So Josevi doesn't know what rolling her tongue is, and she would never waste TP on a house.
Well, she'll have to let us know now that she knows what rolling her tongue is.
She'll have to try and find out.
Give it a go.
Okay,
I bet you can.
So this one is for Meredith. This is, the milk is 2 days past the expiration date. Do I drink it or throw it out? And can I jump into a conversation with a group of strangers? So these are for Meredith. Oh, easily. Can I easily jump into a conversation with strangers? So I'm going to say for Meredith, as long as it doesn't smell funny, she's probably going to drink it. And I think she can jump into any conversation easily with any amount of strangers. Oh, and Josevi says she's doing it now.
You can roll your tongue for all those people who are wondering.
I figured you could, girl.
I was right.
I figured you could.
Yeah, for Meredith, I'd say if you're the kind of person who takes the time to read the milk expiration date, you're also the kind of person who won't drink past the milk expiration date. If you're the kind of person like me that goes, oh, that came out lumpy.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it still tastes okay. Don't want to waste it.
Wow.
So I would say it really depends on whether you check. So if you check, it's a yes.
All right.
And
Josevi
conversations.
Josevi says drink it and yes to strangers. And what's your answer for jumping into conversations easily with strangers?
Easily, I'm going to say no.
You say no.
I'm going to say there's thought processes that go on before you make the jump.
Okay.
Easily, it depends what the group of strangers are and what your desire for the conversation is.
That's true. That's true.
If you're in a shopping center, there's a group of strangers and you're like, hey, what time is it? Then yeah, you just say, hey, excuse me. But if you're like, I need you all to be a part of my treasure hunt, I need to take someone back to this conference dressed as a rabbit, then that'd be a little bit more, you'd work up to it.
Right. Okay, go ahead and tell us the answer, Meredith.
Besides, I had to say the opposite to everyone else.
Meredith can go ahead and put the answer into the comment. Does Meredith, is the milk is 2 days past the expiration date?
Do you drink it?
Or throw it out? And can you jump into conversations with a group of strangers easily?
The word easily is missed from the type up there.
Yep.
But it's on the card.
It's on the card. So go ahead and give us
easily.
Now, did we make sure that Meredith got into the drawing as well?
She is.
So we are about to win this, you guys.
Well, someone is.
Someone is about to win this. It is Vintorio Wine Aerator Pourer. Yes.
So there.
Absolutely.
You can see there's a whole lot in there. All the people make comments.
Exactly. We are excited. And also we have, I think we might have a surprise for you guys. Maybe. Let's see.
Do we?
We do. Okay. I am also going to share with you guys you guys can get onto this webinar, and it's I think there's different levels. There's like a $40 ticket, and I don't know, there's a couple different tickets that you can buy there, and it's with Les Brown, and it's with Ray Perez on branding. So, and Meredith says conversations happen with strangers daily and very easily. Yeah, that's my girl.
What about the milk?
So. I think maybe did she
answer the milk one?
She didn't. She drinking milk will depend on smell, but most likely I'd throw it out.
Yes.
Excellent. Good job, Meredith.
Right, so
okay.
So these are the tickets.
All right. Do you want me to reach in and draw, or you want me to hold it and you draw?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
You want to draw it?
Or when we tip them out, you catch one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You ready? Oops. I dropped the bucket.
I grabbed one.
It's all over the floor.
Clumsy.
I was trying to shake them out.
Oh my gosh, Rachel Martinez won. She did comment a lot.
They are legit. I tried to shake it and it flipped in my hand.
I'll message her and I'll get her address.
There are tickets all over the floor.
He is going to have to be cleaning this up when we are done.
Well, and runner-up prizes go to Tracy Honey, Giuseppe Jackson, Meredith,
excellent,
and Mike Owen from earlier on.
Earlier on, good to see you guys.
And Giuseppe Jackson.
Awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us again. We've got some really. Oh, hi, Jovan. Welcome. I'll make sure that I tag you next time, hon. I totally tagged everybody, and I did not tag you, sweetheart. I'll make sure I do that next time. And thank you guys so much for coming. We love having you guys on here.
And I hope our little inside information this morning or at the beginning helps you understand how you can have more success. And it's not about what you're doing. It's probably what you're not doing that you're unaware of.
Exactly.
Or what you're doing that you're unaware of that is creating the disconnect.
Exactly. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to play our song.
Boom, boom, play us out.
Yeah, here we go.
1, 2, 3, give up, money there, no fuss, just slow. Amy Jamie's when it's run the show. No pressure, just profits. Yo, ninja touch, we get rid of it. Gain confidence for your benefits. Creativity is key, let's work to it. Plus we got free prizes every week. Honey there, we got the help if you need it. Honey there, check in with us. The honey there, check in with us. The honey there, check in with us. Honey there, yeah.
We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys same bat time, same bat channel.